I really love the Chariot card. I'm a member of a tarot group and they had a promptu about the Chariot card. The poster asks, what did people think the belt on the Chariot's waist symbolized? I had done a study a while back on the card and remembered figuring out three symbols on his belt, but being clueless a bit about the last two signs. The first symbol looks like a node, like a south node or a north node in astrology, a zodiacal sign. It looked like a Leo sign at first, but I think it's a node. And I think the nodes have to do with the moon, if I'm not mistaken. The next symbol on his belt is a Cancer symbol. The 6 9, and they're going, around. That's what I think that sign is. And then we have the next sign. I'm very clueless on. It's got the little dots, very faint if you can see it. But if I was to give my logical guess on what that sign is, I would say it's the stars of Orion's belt, the constellation. His belt, how you're able to tell where Orion is by looking at his belt. I think that's what it could be. That's only being logical. I'm going to skip that sign and go to the last sign, which is obviously a moon, also connected to Cancer. But the sign before the moon makes me think of the Nike sign. And the Nike sign, or, the Nike sign is of the goddess, the Greek goddess, Nike, or Nice, or Nike, and it means victory or Victoria, because they called her Victoria. So it's kind of very weird saying that. Like the Nike sign, I looked it up on Google when they made their sign, and supposedly they kind of ripped their sign off from the Newport sign. If you ever look at a pack of Newports and you see the swoosh, in all of those signs, Nike did do the goddess of victory, but he got the sign from Newport supposedly. And I tried to find out where they got the sign from, their swoosh, and it has to do with sailing. Has to do with the sail of a boat, I guess. But I'm sure somewhere it has to connect to the wings of Nike, because the Nike goddess has the really famous sculpture of her without a head and her arms, and all she has is her legs and her wings. And I'm sure somewhere down the line, her wings and sails and that Nike swoosh just came to be. I could not find where Newport got this. I found where Newport got it. They got it from the sale, but I couldn't find where it came from the sale, how they got it. But I'm just kind of weirded out because that sign looks like a Nike sign to me. And the Nike sign wasn't really made back then, or I'm thinking maybe the people that are making these logos, maybe they could look at tarot cards and get, inspiration, because that sign looks like a swoosh. And what makes it further kind of weird is the fact that the swoosh and Nike has to do with the goddess of victory, which her name is Nike. Everything, it seems to like synchronize and go back and
Since I did
forth.
the belt,
So
I would like to do a bonus symbol for my subscribers, because I thank you for subscribing to me, and I want you to know what I know, so you will be on my level. And the skirt is really cool on the Chariot tier guy. he looks victorious, and his skirt makes him look a little bit extraterrestrial to me. It looks like alien writing, kind of. Um, Also, it kind of looks like, like the Matrix, that the numbers and the binaries going down. It kind of looks like that to me. But God, the Holy Spirit, lifted the veil about his skirt, and I ran into Babylonian writing on Google, and their clay tablets from way back in antiquity, and it's cuneiform writing. It's Akkadian cuneiform writing from Mesopotamia, way, 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 way back in the day. It's older than the hieroglyphs from Egypt. And what I thought was so interesting and cool was the fact that when I was looking at the clay tablets on Google, that it looks like they like kind of like copied after one from the museum, straight from the museum, maybe. And that's why his skirt is that shape and it's black. But I'm putting it on the screen so you probably can see the black tablet on the screen and see how it looks kind of like his skirt. But that is the writing, the kind of writing on his skirt is Babylonian. And also that the cards have Babylonian, it has Egyptian, Greek, and Catholic stuff, Christian stuff. So it's like it's a smorgasbord of cultures in these cards. Well, I'm gonna go. Have a good one.